Okay, we have a 14 card submission going out to PSA. This is going out at the brand new February 2023 vintage special 1989, which is considered vintage, I guess now, and older. Basically, I think the oldest card is like 86 or I think around there in this. Actually, yeah, there's quite a few 80s. There are 87s. Anyways, let's jump into it. You already see on the screen. Might get upcharged on some of these cards, a few of these mays. So, nonetheless, let's start it off. I have the pre-grades, basically what I'm going to be going down within each card. I guess we'll go very standardized. On the 64, I have between a 2 and a 3 on this bad boy. Obviously low, and corners and vintage, we all know how that works. Centering, depending on how you look at it. I didn't really scan surfaces on these, so I'm just going based on maybe cornering and centering when you do see these grades. I don't recall, I graded these a while ago. So next up is the 63 of Mays, hitting a solid 3 on that grade. Looked pretty good as far as centering, and that corner, well, all the corners. But let me know what you think on that, and let me know what you think on some of these grades as well, whether you think I'm off. I don't think there was any creases on this. Obviously there's some color separation, fading, stains, edge in a sense, not maybe crazy stainage, just browning. This I have a 2 and a 3 on a long shot of this. This was the 62. Obviously off-centered to the left and down a touch. You can actually see the next card, basically, or the line break of where they should have sliced it on the card. And back looks pretty decent. Obviously there's some rough corners, but nonetheless, on the 62 maze. Coming up on the 61, this one looked pretty good. 3 to 4 I have pre-graded, obviously down towards the bottom, a smidgen to the left, but obviously some color separation. There might even be some ink that I'm seeing now right there. But like I said, I did not go over. Got a brown corner up here. I mean, there's going to be brownage all over. Who knows what it's from? Hopefully not. Well, I'll keep it PG. But yeah, it looks pretty good on the back there. So no creases or anything. This one's pretty solid. And the 60 have hitting either a 2 to a 3. Pretty white. Almost like reprint like, it seems. So nice color on this. That's definitely going to help it out. Obviously it's to the left when you're looking at this. Landscape way or bottom. That way. Back looks pretty good. Obviously corners got issues, but let me know if you think I'm off on that grade. On the 59, I have this as a 2. Obviously up. Rough shot corner up there. Stainage up in this area. You can see it at a distance now. Obviously chipping, corner edges. This one's pretty rough. And yeah, I think that it's 2, possibly pushing a 3. But I don't see this hitting a 1, just because there's no crease. There is a card. There was a card that did have a crease, but maybe I passed it. I think I might have overgraded. I can't see them anymore. The 57, hitting a solid 4. This could be actually one of the cards that does get upcharged. There's a little bit of some paper loss there in the background, or actually just kind of all over. But centering looks very solid on this card. I mean, obviously a touch to the top, left and right, like a sliver to the left, but looks pretty good on the 57 here. Corners look actually relatively sharp on the back. The front a little rounding, it seems like, but this card could be pushing the upcharge, and these are going at a $15 rate for a max value of $200 or $199. And I'm curious how it works if it goes up to the $19 bulk level, or because there's not 20 cards, does that not qualify? Does it go all the way up to the 25? Basically just standard rate that they have going on right now at PSA. So Willie McCovey, this might be a low pre-grade. Like I said, I graded these a while back, but definitely popping with colors. The white, little circle mark, you're not going to be able to avoid those. And back, maybe a little browning up here on the top, but looks pretty good on the 79. These are basically starting off set registry for print runs during playing years of Mays and McCovey, so that's why you're seeing it. It's obviously a lot of Giants. If you happen to not know, I am a Giants fan, so you're going to see a lot of San Francisco, Niners, Giants on this channel if you are just joining me. And then I started getting into percentages on these. So I have hitting an 80% of a 5 on this, 10% 4, and another 10%, possibly reaching towards a 6. Although I'm going to stick with the 4 to 5. You can see the cut line down there on the bottom, and there's a little bit of some paper loss. The corners look all right, but definitely browning on the back. You never know kind of which way these might go. You just kind of get an idea and cross your fingers and hope for the best. So that's the other McCovey. And then we have the 65 Hank Aaron. And this guy's getting basically 80% of a 2. There's a heavy crease going on. And what I have, 10% hitting 1 possibly because of this crease. It's hard to see once it's in these semi-rigid, but you can see it going right up in there. Now you can see it. I mean, it's visible, obviously in the right angle. So that's gonna hurt. Also, there's some marks everywhere. Corners are jacked. So yeah, this could be a 1, solid 1 or 2 on that. And recently inducted Hall of Famer Fred McGriff. I bought this actually prior to his induction and just kind of been holding until rates went down. I have this hitting an 8 at 80%, and a 7, 10%, and a 9 possibly. And the reason why I say the 9 is just centering alone. It's pretty solid on this card. Obviously it's a little to the right, but I think it's within their parameters. And it's a touch down low, but centering is very easy to see on this card. You want to go that point to the top edge, bottom point down to the bottom edge, and obviously left and right borders is very standardized right there. But yeah, I bought this I think for around $20 on eBay, and maybe a little edge wear down on the bottom there. So send this bad boy in. Next up is for my personal set registry, the rookie card years for Will the Thrill, my favorite player. If you don't happen to already know, if you've been around this channel, you probably have heard me say that multiple times. And bought this for real cheap, like probably around $3. I have it hitting an 8. Basically, I'm crossing my fingers this hits a 9 on that 20% possibility, and I have it as hitting a 7 on 10%. There's some whitening up there near the edge, the top corner there. This corner has a white tip. I mean, every corner I think has a little bit of a white tip, so it's the reason why I'm saying an 8, and then there's a white tip down there. You're not going to be able to avoid older cards with darker borders. It's just difficult. This is also for the set Registry Playing Years of Jerry Rice. Hitting this an 8 with 60%, and the 7 grade at 10%, and a 9, possibly a 9 at 30%. And there's another one. This surface looked a whole lot better. These did get, the ones with the percentage did get scanned with surface. So yeah, sometimes a little bit more lazier than others with submissions or cards, depending on what you feel. Sometimes you just want to get it in and slabbed up, or sometimes you have to be picky with it. So hoping for the 9 on this, that would be great, but otherwise can settle for the 8, but that would basically just kind of be breaking even. But no worries on there. It's always fun to just try to build your own set with submissions instead of buying the cards. But sometimes you have to, because they are very difficult to find. This was the lower one. This is basically kind of just maybe a money back. I have this hitting a 7 at 80%, a 5% long shot at an 8, just because there was some surface dimpling, basically indentations, and at 15% getting a 6. So we're going to see on all these cards. So hopefully you enjoyed that little preliminary pre-grade screening. I'll try to get some more of these type of pre-grades for the submissions. I probably have about 150 cards minimum that I need to get in, so there's going to be quite a few. I'm just doing them in chunks when I have the time. But thanks for joining me, and if you're new to the channel and you like grading type of videos, I'm going to try to really build this channel up in that sense going forward. So again, thank you for watching. Y'all take care. Have a good one.